Welcome to Fright Night, and thank you for tuning into another episode of Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks.
Oh, I love it.
We're your horror besties, here to dissect our favorite and not so favorite horror movies, breaking down the screams, the scares, and everything sinister scene by scene. I'm Emma, and joining me as always is the, I wanted to say like the vampirically sexy.
Oh my God.
Allison.
You think?
Yes.
Oh my God. A level of the highest compliment?
I know.
And in the 80s too? Oh my God.
Only thinking of you in the highest regard, my dear.
Thanks, my angel. Now I'm like blushing. What have you been up to? Oh my God.
Well, I mean, what have we been up to? We have had a very fun last couple weeks together. One of those things includes celebrating the 3rd year of Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks, you guys. Happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday to us. Well, I can't believe it. Well, 3 feels right. 3 almost feels like, no, short and long. I don't know.
It does feel right. And it feels so good to know that we are, A, still doing this podcast
my God, yes.
after 3 years. And B, I don't know. I just feel like we've met so many people along the way. We're getting to a point where we're almost at 100 full-length episodes, which is insane.
Gosh. Yeah, you're right.
There's just a lot coming into this like 3rd year that I'm very, very excited for as we go into like our 4th year. And anyways, happy birthday to us.
It's funny. It's just, I know every time we say, oh, we're looking to level up. But no, you guys, watch out. Like, watch the fuck out.
Literally. Happy 3rd year anniversary.
Happy 3rd year to all of us.
To all of us.
Yes.
Yay.
And to you guys. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
If you're a new listener, old listener, all are welcome.
All of the things. And we want to officially announce on this podcast that if anyone is going in 2 weeks to Midsummer Scream, we will be there. We are so excited. It is our 2nd official year covering all 3 days of the con. We are so excited. If you guys are going to be there, please find us. We will have stickers. We would love to chat with you and just say hi. And we just can't wait it'll be our 4th year going, which is so exciting.
We might have some delicious treats for you. You never know.
You never know. But Allison, I kind of spoiled it a little bit, but like, what are we reviewing today?
So today we are reviewing 1985's Fright Night. 1985's Fright Night.
Yes.
Clearly, not 2011's Fright Night. So for me, you guys, I had quite the experience. We just talked about this in our producer's commentary episode, so I'll keep this one brief, but
on Patreon, if you aren't on Patreon yet, head over there for some bonus content.
Essentially, this was my Fright Night. I couldn't even get the name right because it couldn't stick in my brain. I kept saying like,
you're like, what is this movie?
I kept saying something else, like I kept saying something weird that was not Fright Night. And then we kept trying to schedule to record and it just wasn't working. I couldn't sit down and fully focus and watch it. But even though I watched it like literally twice before I could actually focus. So I was ready to give up and say, you guys record it. I can't do this one. Like it's not meant for me. And the universe is saying no. And then I'm so glad I fucking sat down and watched it because the universe is like, yeah, it is, bitch. Yeah, this is because this movie is you. You are this movie. This is amazing. Yep. So I'm in, and this is David, one of David's favorites too. Fully in. I'm sold. I drank the Kool-Aid. I get it. What about you?
I love this film. There's a reason I wanted us to watch it. It gives me the same vibes and happiness that The Lost Boys gives me. Gremlins. Yeah, just that same, like just that 80s vibe where it's a little campy, it's a little kitschy, and there's just something about films from that era. I personally watched the later Fright Night, the 2011 version first, with Anton Yelchin. R.I.P. Love him. And it was fantastic. I mean, I loved it. That is still a comfort film for me sometimes. I won't know what to watch. And I'm like, hey, let's just watch Fright Night.
Was it received poorly? Because I feel like I heard that.
To be completely honest, I don't know. I don't really know a lot about the acclaim of the 2011 version.
I don't know if you ever experienced this, but something that kind of almost is not on your radar enough or too on your radar, it's so neutral and you just hear one blip and you're like, I heard that was bad, and just move on for forever.
Yeah.
And it could be the most amazing thing. I don't know. No clue.
But gosh, this one, it's so fun. I mean, we're going to talk all about like reasons why we love it, but I just had such a good time.
There's something about 80s horror that you just can't replace.
Yeah.
There's a level of comfort that you can't mimic. But if you're ready to try and mimic that with us and get that euphoric feeling, because I literally still feel like I'm in the club with everybody. If you haven't seen it, this is your spoiler warning. We're going to talk everything about Fright Night. But if you're ready to come on this clavicle ride with us, then let's go.
Clavicle ride?
Do you not see all of the collarbones in this movie?
Oh, there is a lot of collarbones.
Collarbone heavy.
Ooh,
collarbone
right.
heavy.
Okay.
Watch out. Attention, collarbones. Hello? Collarbones are calling.
They're calling.
Yeah. And
the collars are calling.
And Jerry, be looking and listening, baby.
Ooh, I just don't make me drool. We'll get to that in a minute.
Baby, I'm already drooling.
This film follows Charley Brewster, who is a teenager believing that a newcomer in his neighborhood is a vampire. He then turns to an actor in a television-hosted horror movie show for help to deal with the undead. I think that this covers mostly what this film is about, but it also leaves out some kind of like main characters and main plot points about this. I mean, I think
it's way too many words to be how fun this movie is.
Yeah, and it's also like it's not saying much.
No, I'm like, I don't care. Like, whatever. This is saying nothing. Move on.
So after finding success as a screenwriter with Psycho 2, director Tom Holland, and no, not that one, the creator of Chucky, actually, and we just recently also covered Child's Play, if you want to go back and listen to that. Yes, this is now a Tom Holland podcast. But anyways, he had a core idea that came from a simple premise. What if a teenager knew that his neighbor was a serial killer, that no one believed him, and that the killer realized that he had been discovered? Holland then added the supernatural twist by making the neighbor a vampire and creating the foundation of Fright Night. This also gives me a lot of Rear Window vibes and Disturbia vibes too.
It's the literal. Which one came first?
Yeah.
I know which one, and this is a complete ripoff, and someone should sue if they haven't already, and I can't believe we haven't talked about it. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. Oh, no, the mom's not the central focal point, but it's basically the same movie.
I kind of really love this trope, even though it has been done a few times and we have seen other films. I think it's fun. And something else that's kind of interesting too is that Holland had previously written a similar script called Scream for Help, but he was heavily frustrated with how much the studio altered and butchered his original writing. So this frustration led him to ensure that he directed his own material with Fright Night as his directorial debut.
That's what's up.
Which is so cool. And then Columbia Pictures also purchased the script on a whim with recent interest to remake something similar to Rear Window, but gave Holland one of the studio's smallest budgets of the year because there was little faith as Tom as a first-time director.
So do you feel like that's kind of like what Curry Barker was just thrown, maybe?
Probably. Well, and ironically, the low expectations actually kind of worked in Tom Holland's favor. So it allowed him to make the movie with his entire vision because there was little to no studio interference. So
they were like, we don't expect much, have fun.
Truly. Yeah. Here's your budget.
Yeah.
We're not going to really be stepping on your toes. Go ahead and make your movie that you wanted to make. And
when you release expectations, that is when you soar.
There you go. Wow.
And that's when you become a bat.
Ooh, I like that. This film was released on August 2nd, 1985, and Fright Night became an unexpected box office success, earning nearly 3 times its production budget with a gross of almost $25 million. And according to Tom Holland, in the mid-'80s, the vampire and monster subgenre was dead due to the rise of slasher films, and making a vampire movie was the quote-unquote kiss of death because previously they just didn't perform well. So he was also going into this with a little bit of he kind of had society against him.
Every time we talk about vampires, and again, we need to do an internal audit, how many have we done? Because at the end of the day, I'm always my lexicon about vampires isn't as vast as it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. I'm what other vampire films came out in the 80s?
Well, what is he up? What are we talking about? What is he up against? I don't know.
When it comes to the ratings for this film too, I'm very happy to announce that the IMDb score is a 7 out of 10, which is really great. I think that's nice and high for this film. I think it is accurate in my heart.
I love a 7. I love 7s a lot. On Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter says 83. Popcorn meter 77. I wholeheartedly agree. 77 is great for me. Letterboxd 3.6. I love these scores across the board.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
No notes.
And
you know what's funny is I kind of hate that now. No notes.
Yeah.
No notes. No, fucking notes. I have so many notes. I have a comp book full of notes.
But you're in this case, no notes.
No notes. No notes. Yes. Actually, no notes.
Actually, no notes. Well, let's get into the substance of this film and really sink our teeth in, shall we?
We shall.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Our film opens with a wolf's howl and then a shot of this huge full moon. Then we pan to a house for sale in the night, and we're outside. It's like an outdoor shot, very spooky. No one's outside, kind of like fog mist
Vibes.
rolling through. We see our main character, Charley, played by William Ragsdale. And he is with his girlfriend, Amy, played by Amanda Burse, and they are making out in his room.
Excuse me, there's a key factor you're missing here, and it's that they're making out on the floor of his room in like a floor bed with cushions. Oh my God, how high school is that?
So high school.
Oh my, it's the best. It's the best. Even Kevin and I will still make floor beds and just watch TV. It's the best.
And during this whole little shebang on the on the floor, they're watching an episode, or lack thereof watching, an episode of the late night horror TV show Fright Night, hosted by washed up horror personality Peter Vincent, and he is a vampire killer. A fun fact here is actually the name Peter Vincent combines Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, and Tom Holland has said that this character was all of those popular late night horror hosts just like wrapped into one, which I just think is like so fun.
Well, I was trying to think about it because this sparked a memory of Gremlins for me or Gremlins 2 rather, when they're in the building and they have that guy who helped. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The in-studio this guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like so many movies do that. And maybe it's just Gremlins, but it's such a fun character because you kind of go into it in this movie, but it's this character that everybody looks up to.
Yep. He's like mythical, but he's also kind of someone like, Charlie's obviously, he watches this often.
Okay. It's like reading Rainbow, but for like spooky.
Yeah. And also I forgot to mention that Peter Vincent is also played by Roddy McDowall. So as they're like making out on the floor and whatnot, Amy's clearly kind of hoping for a little bit more of a romantic night, but Charley is more interested in monster movies really than like making a move. He like wants to make out with her and kind of take it to the next level. And if she's not interested, he's like, well, I'm just going to watch my show, basically.
It's very back and forth. It's teenage whiplash, if you will. Yeah. And I'm like, I remember that feeling. And it's very, if you listen to what they're saying, I'm like, oh God, I don't miss that.
Yeah. And there is one part I don't love, which is like her yelling at him telling him to stop it after like date. He's like, we've been dating a year, Amy. Like, why can't we like take it up a notch, basically? And it's like, okay, brother.
And then she snaps and I think she like takes off her shirt she's in her bra now. And then she's like, I'm ready. And then he becomes disinterested again. But it's kind of like that thing. Now that Obsession's a thing, we're going to see it everywhere. How these, what's the name of the character in Obsession?
Nikki.
So Nikki is kind of just a trope. What happens to Nikki is a trope. So what happens to Nikki is an actual character of a girl who's like, I love you. You want that coffee? I'll get you that coffee.
Like, I'll do anything for you.
But that's the character.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki, that happened to Nikki. These women are just like, I love you. I'll do whatever. That's what they're asking for. I'm like, holy fuck, that's real.
Yeah. Speaking of that too, with Charley getting kind of distracted after Amy, is on the bed, she's got her shirt off. She's like ready to go. He's noticing some movers outside of his bedroom window, unloading some heavy furniture into that abandoned for sale house that's right next to his. It's just so sad because like Charley is like, Amy, there's two men loading what looks like a coffin into the cellar of this house.
He's really stuck on the coffin.
Yeah. And Amy's like, dude, what the fuck? So she storms out after chatting a bit with Charley's mom downstairs, Mrs. Brewster.
She's a vibe. We can tell she's a vibe.
She's a vibe. Charley's mom, Mrs. Brewster, she tells him that the house next door finally sold. So, what he's seeing outside
is expecting movers.
Yeah, the movers, and they're just moving in. Like, sure, it's a little bit weird that they're moving in the middle of the night, but like,
it's so like, of course, under wraps, there's movers in the middle of the night. The moving trucks coming. Under wraps, that movie?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the best.
I love that movie. Then as Mrs. Brewster is like watching TV, we also hear in the background a local news report is discussing a string of disappearances in the area. I have a question for you before we move on. Kind of going back to this like late night horror TV set. Does this kind of set us up now that you know the film? Charley's going to be like a cry wolf kind of situation? Because I feel like he's a teenager. He's watching this horror show that he obviously likes. He's influenced by it. And so you can almost tell where this is going, that Charley is going to think that these things he's seeing on his horror TV show are happening in real life.
Sometimes I have a hard time sometimes I really have a hard time simply enjoying the fact that he thinks that's believable.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's like supposed to be between 18 and 20, and I'm pretty sure he should know that that's not the fucking real. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, but he's still in high school. He's a teenager.
Okay. In high school, would you believe that?
No. But you never know.
I would say in a kitschy, I'd be like, oh my God, yeah, that's for sure real. In a funny, kitschy way.
Yeah, true. So the next day, Charlie comes home from school, and just as he pulls up, a beautiful woman comes out of a taxi right in front of him, and she's all gussied up, and she's looking for his new neighbor's house.
Okay, you definitely skipped just a blip. There's a scene that's probably so pointless, and it's 1 second long, and they're at school, and we're visually introduced to Charlie's best friend, and I was like, oh my God, what is Sid from Toy Story doing here? It looks just like Sid.
Yes, and that is Evil Ed, played by Stephen Joffreys.
Love him. He's the best.
Yeah,
he's the best part of this movie.
Then later that night, as Charlie is studying, he hears a woman scream next door. Like, he just hears a woman scream. He tries to see what's going on. And then nothing really happens in that scene. And he just kind of moves on and takes his studying to a local diner. But as Charlie's at this local diner kind of studying alone, Amy comes in, and they both kind of see each other and apologize to each other for the other night and what happened. Charlie's like, I really love you, Amy, and I'm really sorry for how that all happened. And she's stoked. She's like, yes, we're in a good place. We're feeling good. And then he zones out again as he hears about another murder on the news. But this time it looks like the woman that he saw go next door. So he's definitely clocked that and is like, holy shit, I think I saw that girl.
This is so Disturbia.
Yeah. Turns out that this woman that is being talked about on the news, she was a sex worker. And this is the second murder in 2 days, which is something that we find out from his friend, Evil Ed. And Amy gets really mad at him for ignoring her again and zoning out, the second time in a row. And so she shoves her chili burger in his face. And I was like, oh man, I wonder how hot that is. I don't know why. That was
it a chili burger?
Yes.
It definitely made me hungry, which is super weird.
Me too.
Maybe I'm hungry right now. I don't know.
Then when Charlie gets home, he checks out the front of the neighbor's house and he goes straight to the cellar doors before being interrupted by Billy, who is one of the guys now living at the house. And Billy is played by Jonathan Stark. And we come to find out that Billy is kind of Jerry the vampire's...
It's like his Rainfield.
Yes, his Rainfield. His human servant.
Yeah, there so to serve. Speak.
Billy is basically just okay, what's going on? Get out of here. So Charlie ends up going home. Later that night, as he's unable to sleep, he watches the new neighbors through his bedroom window. Very Rear Window and Disturbia-esque, kind of like we mentioned a little bit earlier. He sees his new neighbor, Jerry, who he has not met yet, but Jerry is played by Chris Sarandon, another Sarandon film because he's also in Child's Play, directed by Tom Holland. He's got a beautiful woman, and he's watching them.
You guys, the scene...
So hot.
Oh my God, the scene... So uncomfortable. Oh my God. In the best way. Imagine filming that.
I know.
Do that.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah, and we'll film it.
So Charlie's looking at Jerry and his woman caller through his window into Jerry's window. And Jerry, he's about to get down.
What I'll say is, I love this for the movie, but ain't nobody standing in front of their window touching their lady like that.
No.
She's got great 80s boobs, though.
She does. Great 80s boobs. And it looks like he's kind of getting ready to bite her neck. And then all of a sudden, Jerry notices Charlie watching them. And then he pulls the curtain.
Yeah. And something funny about Jerry is he's actually Jack Skellington. And you know what I just realized is when I initially looked at the billing for this, I was like, Jack Skellington's in this. And then when I finally sat down and watched it for a third time and listened and watched, I forgot that and didn't even think or hear or anything about Jack Skellington. He is good.
He is good.
He's a master of disguise.
And
he really is.
Sexy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Don't even.
Just wait.
So you're telling me that's the Pumpkin fucking King?
That is the Pumpkin King.
I can't. Oh my God.
I know. So Charley is like freaking out, obviously. He's like, wait, I just saw my neighbor. He looked like he was about to bite this girl's neck. And so Charley goes to wake up his mom and he's like, hey, mom, I just saw my neighbor. Pretty sure he has fangs. We got to do something about it. So his mom's like, Charley, she's very dismissive about it. So Charley then sees his other neighbor outside getting ready to load something into their Jeep. So he goes outside and kind of is like crouching in the bushes trying to like investigate. And he sees Billy, the other neighbor, come out with like a huge body-sized bag. So Charley's kind of starting to like connect the dots like a little bit here. And all of a sudden, Jerry, he comes out and we see this weird transformation POV from Jerry where he like flies down to Billy as a bat and then like out of nowhere comes out of the shadows as a man.
Seriously, some of the visuals here, just even though Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire came out probably like in the early 2000s or late 90s, they look visually the same.
Yeah.
Even they're like years and years apart. The technology is not different there.
I love this little bat POV too, because they didn't have to do it.
No, they did. They totally didn't. And I love that they did. So they didn't indicate what kind of bat it was, but what is it? Jack Skellington, the actor's name.
Chris Sarandon.
Chris, I will never, that will never plant
the Pumpkin King.
The Pumpkin King. I can't, because Susan Sarandon, I'll never get there. They never said what kind of bat. So he's like, I thought it was a fruit bat because I was always reaching for apples in the movie.
Cute.
I was like, fuck yeah, you did, Jack Skellington.
Okay, well, that's adorable.
Which little land did you travel into from Halloween Town?
Charley's mom, oh my God, she totally blows Charley's cover here because she then comes out downstairs to see like where Charley went outside. And she like blows his cover, calls him back inside. But Jerry and Billy are now like, because of that, they're like fully aware that Charley is watching them. And not just in this moment, but like we've got a little spy on our hands here.
He's not very good at like pretending. No. He's not very chill ever.
No. Then back inside, Charley is horrified about what he saw and he tries to get his mom to believe him. But of course, she doesn't. He even straight up is just like, Mom, he's a vampire.
He goes from 0 to 100 real fast. There's no like, maybe. It's like, oh, vampire, cool.
Yeah. I was just going to ask you, like, Jerry being revealed as a vampire very early on. Like, what's your opinion on that lack of mystery?
That's really funny because I was like, wait, am I still rushing through this and I missed something? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty early in the movie still because I was like, so there's no discovery phase.
Yeah.
Cool. He's jumping in.
Does it work for you?
I love it.
You love it? Okay.
I'm like, me too, brother. What about you're like vampires? Yeah, cool.
I agree. And
we are the Frog Brothers. What are you talking about?
You're so right.
Come on.
I think it works for us too, because it is one of those things similar to like Lost Boys and some other, even Disturbia or what have you, where it's like Charley knows the secret, but not everybody knows it. I think it would be different if everyone knew he was a vampire. It'd be kind of lame. It'd be like, oh, well, like, where's this movie going?
Yeah.
But the fact that Charley is like harboring this secret and he's trying to get people to believe him, I think that's what makes it work so much.
I guess the part that's missing is everybody else's level of belief. Where's Amy at with vampires?
Yeah, we don't know.
Because like
what's
she's
her
like,
scale?
Because here's my question: does she know that this is later? She hasn't met him yet, but does she know this man can come into her life? Does she know
that is so damn sexy?
Because like if I saw this man, I'd be like, that's probably a vamp. There's like he. Okay, let's be real. He on a level. There's a breadth here, really. Yeah. So we're out in public. Okay, he can't in lore. He can't go out in dark. So we know he can't. So we're in a nightclub, let's say.
Or in light, you mean? He can't go out in light.
So we know in the vampire universe, he can't go out in light. So we're in a nightclub and I'm Amy in a nightclub. I don't know. All I'm seeing is what he's doing. This is happening to me.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'm in.
All of that to say.
I jumped in just as fast as this movie did.
Yep. There you go. Speaking of believability, though, I mean, the next day, he's just fully telling Amy what he saw. And she doesn't really seem to catch on yet, obviously.
I don't think she ever does, by the way.
I don't think so either. She kind of is at every point is sort of like, she believes him because she loves him. She's like, I'm going to entertain this for you, but I don't actually think this is what's happening,
Even after what happened to her happens, I don't think she understood.
She's got this big old mouth and she's like, I don't really believe
him. My hair's so up now.
She's like, I don't really believe in vampires.
My hair's so long.
That's me speaking with fangs.
I gotcha. I gotcha, girl. I can see you. They can't. I can. I gotcha.
Yeah, Charlie's just like trying to tell Amy what's up, and he threatens to go to the police. He says, I won't tell him that he's a vampire, but like I've got to just at least tell them that I think I know what happened to these like 2 women that have been murdered.
He's like, well, fuck, it's like when you hear about a murder, I have to tell my mom, my girlfriend, and the police. If I hear about a vampire, I have to tell my mom, my girlfriend, and the police.
In that order.
Priorities. Amy, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. So Charlie, he does go. He goes so far as to bring Detective Lennox to Jerry and Billy's house to investigate. Honestly, I was like, fuck yeah, because you never see police actually indulging in like someone, you know, saying something so outlandish.
And this Detective Lennox has seen many boys who have cried wolves, and he's still like, I'll fuck around with this kid.
And I guess to be fair, he doesn't know the vampire part of it just yet, but I do think it's cool that he's still taking a teenage boy seriously. So the detective comes to Jerry and Billy's house, and Billy answers the door. And he's just like cool, calm, and collected. And he just invites Lennox and Charlie in to look around.
I personally don't think we get enough of Billy. I think he's a very, very good character. And he's very quick. He's ready. He's like, fuck this kid.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny.
This kid doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Billy is like, oh, well, Jerry's not here. He's like away on business, you know? And at the same time, like Billy's talking to the detective, Charlie's looking at a random painting that they haven't hung yet. And it's weird because it looks almost just like Amy.
Okay, so here's where, I'll get to it. Like, yes, it does. And this ties into so many movies that we can go all over the board with.
Yeah.
But it's very Haunted Mansion. But yes, love it. I love it.
Yes, definitely. And some actually kind of fun fact here is Chris Sarandon was credited with coming up with the aspect of Amy being a doppelganger of one of Jerry's previous loves. And thanks to Tom Holland being a former actor, he had his cast go through extensive rehearsing and urge them to deepen their characters with these backstories.
Okay, so what you're saying is Fright Night is a starter movie. So you know how you have your starter sourdough?
Yes.
This movie is starter because starter dough. So we were just talking about how another movie was heavily like maybe it was a Disney movie. All movies pull from this to start.
Yeah.
The Haunted Mansion.
There you go.
That's how people remember this as a starter movie.
So Charlie, he then says that he saw Billy and Jerry take out a body-sized bag last night, and then Billy offers to take the detective to go look at their trash. Charlie then tells Lennox I think he's starting to realize that he's got to really play the vampire card in order to like up the ante here and for the detective to kind of take it more seriously. And so Charlie just straight up is like, hey, well, Jerry's a vampire. And he says that Jerry was getting ready to attack a woman the night before. And Lennox, obviously, now that he knows this vampire part, believes like it's nonsense. And he throws him out of the house. And Lennox also threatens to throw Charlie in jail if he wastes his time like this again. So it's like as soon as Charlie was like, hey, I think he's a vampire, it was just like all credibility kind of went out the door. And it's just like all of a sudden the detective is like, I'm not even going to entertain this.
Yeah. So basically his light switched off.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So Charlie then immediately runs to Evil Ed's house to tell him about Jerry. He's like, okay, if anybody's going to believe me, it's got to be like my best friend. He's like, I'm going to get killed if I don't protect myself. So I need your help.
I got to say something about Evil Ed he is my very favorite. I'm newly obsessed. Like I might get a tattoo of him one day. He's amazing. He's a little sweet baby angel because he looks like this weird little demon gothic child.
He does.
Like Sid. And you're like, what the fuck is Sid up to? But he said when this encounter starts, he's like, Evil Ed. And he's like, hey, I ain't evil no more. And I love that because he's like, I'm still evil, but I'm not evil no more. He says, I'm evil with a capital E, not a lowercase e. And I was like, oh my God.
You're like, hey, he's adorable. And so Charlie asks Evil, he's like, can you just like tell me what I need to do to protect myself? Which I think is cute because it's like, I'm curious like what expertise Ed has.
Wait, yeah. I never, see, I literally questioned nothing about his knowledge or like.
You were just like, I get it.
I was like, I'm like, oh my God, I should know this too. I should know this too, Evil Ed. I'm sorry.
Evil Ed, he sarcastically tells him a few well-known vampire tricks. He's like, you got to have a cross, you got to get some holy water, some garlic. But he's like, your best bet is just to make sure that you don't invite him into your house and then you'll be totally safe. And on that note, later when Charlie gets home, he starts to take some precautions to close up his bedroom. He's like got his bedroom window closed. He's like, what can I do to like really make sure my bedroom is reinforced? And he gets called downstairs by his mom. And unfortunately, he is shocked to see that Jerry is unexpectedly in his house and his mom has invited him over for a drink. So she has done the invitation.
She's done the invitation and Jerry is so like, bitch, I got you. He's not even shy about it. Like, obviously, mom is like, fuck yeah, this hot ass man's in my house for a drink.
Yeah.
But Charlie's like, fuck, he's inside. And so Jerry knows that now that he's invited him inside, he can come back anytime. And with drink in hand, he's like, would you think I was just going to come over without you inviting me first?
Oh, yeah, he's so obvious.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'd never do that. But now that I've been invited, I can come back in. He literally says that cool, calm, and collected with a drink in his hand. He just says it blatantly in front of the mom, and the mom, she doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
But Charlie does.
Charlie is like, fuck, I'm fucked. And Jerry's just so sexy and charming. And God.
Okay,
how would you not invite him in?
Honestly, we can't focus too much on his looks because I could either rant for 12 years or just pass away or
lots of things.
Lots of things. He's attractive.
Yeah. Charlie is obviously like very freaked out by this whole exchange. He goes back upstairs, and as he's like going upstairs, Jerry is like, see ya soon. And it's like, oh fuck. That is basically him saying without saying, I'm gonna get you, you know.
Yeah, but like the problem I have is why is Charlie running away from Jerry when everybody is running towards him? You know what I mean? Why is Charlie running away when everybody just is running towards him?
Because they don't know. They don't know what Charlie knows.
You're thinking about this all wrong. Why isn't Charlie running towards this hot?
Like, just let him open up himself.
Let him take off his shirt.
Like, homosexual experience.
Let him cradle you on his chest. Everybody else is doing it.
And like, what if he bites you? So what?
What's the worst that could happen? So you get to live in this mansion with Billy? Oh my God.
The worst thing ever.
Shit. It's run towards is what I'm saying.
Well, I definitely think Charlie, he's doing for sure the opposite of all of that.
He's doing, he needs to calm down like everybody else.
Yeah. But later that night, Charlie is falling asleep and he's holding a cross, like literally just holding it on his chest.
Literally, Evil Ed was like, you need this, protect yourself. Yeah. You have to believe in it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay. And then he was like, oh, fuck, okay. Now he's clutching this cross.
Yeah. And he gets woken up by some noises that sound almost like banging on the outside of his house. And so he goes downstairs to explore. He finds nothing out of the ordinary. But then upstairs, Jerry has entered his mom's room. His mom was asleep. He didn't do anything like to his mom, but he did like lock his mom's bedroom door. And then Jerry makes his way into Charlie's room to wait for him.
Couple things. I love that there's no like SA situations. It's not creepy.
Thank God.
It's not creepy. He's just like, what's up, girl?
Yeah.
I'm your little sleep paralysis vampire just walking through, just cruising to say bye. But actually something's super random. That shot as he walks through and having him not be in the reflection of the mirror in the shot was like one of the most expensive scenes to shoot, I guess.
Interesting.
It was really technically hard, question mark.
Okay.
Good for them.
Very, very cool.
Also, what is the problem with him floating through the house? What's the issue here?
What is so bad about it?
Tell me. Literally tell me.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Then back in his room, Charlie, he gets super fucking scared when Jerry just like pops up behind him out of his closet. And he's like, now we wouldn't want to wake your mother, Charlie, because then I'd have to kill her too. So like he's making threats and is like, don't make a big deal. Like, we don't need to get your mom all worked up about this. And he reveals that he knows that Charlie has been watching him. And Jerry then like moves through the room and he's kind of demonstrating his vampire abilities, including extraordinary strength. And Charlie is for sure in this moment realizing he knew he was dealing with a vampire, but he's like, fuck, like I'm dealing with something like truly supernatural. Jerry tells Charlie that if he can just forget about him, he's like, I'll forget about you too. He's kind of making him a deal. Forget about everything you saw. Forget about those women that you saw in my house. And like, I will also forget you and let you just live your life.
I'd like you to revisit this you're pretty much opening your mind up to this, but we need to get Charlie on board because he's offering him a solution. Just like, be cool, kid. Be cool.
I know.
Charlie's the problem.
And freaking Charlie, As Jerry's holding Charley by the neck outside of the window, he's like about to, because I think Charley says something like he's not gonna do that, basically. I think he just like, he denies this opportunity from Jerry. And as Jerry is like, has him by the neck, he's outside of the window about to kind of throw him out. Charley grabs a pencil and stabs him in the hand. And this like reveals a monstrous version of Jerry. It's almost like, I feel like we see this sometimes in monster movies where like they get hit or they get stabbed,
and it's
or
explosions of color and pus.
Yes. And they and he turns monstrous. Like his face, his fangs come out a little bit more.
Do you know there's in Beetlejuice when he's like, when he shows him, you see the backside of Beetlejuice's head and he goes, meh!
With the snakes. Yeah.
It's like that. It goes, meh! But it just sticks like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Meh! Some fun fact I have about this is that VFX producer Richard Edlund and his team came directly from working on Ghostbusters before creating Fright Night's makeup effects. And Richard previously worked on Star Wars 4 through 6, Poltergeist, and Raiders of the Lost Ark. And something else too, like within this fun fact, is that Tom Holland has since expressed how lucky he felt to have such low budget, but such a solid VFX and makeup team, which definitely, I think, took this film to the next level within its like low budget. So very, very lucky that he had that team.
Well, look, we're talking, we can make a name for it. It's that 80s gore pus explosion thing. Like, what the fuck is that? So they've kind of branded an era with that look.
It also even kind of reminds me of like when someone's transforming into like a werewolf. The snout coming out a little bit, like the mouth widening.
Thriller?
The fangs. Thriller. Yeah, like just, and I love that it's all practical. That's just the best part.
Well, the practical effects in this movie are just fucking insane.
Yeah. You guys know we love practical effects.
Well, we could go on for days, but we gotta...
Then his mom does wake up and she starts banging on the door, trying to check on Charley, causing Jerry to leave before anything worse has happened, like with Charley. He is trying to cover it up. He just tells his mom that he just had a nightmare. And I love this part. She's like, "Do you want a Valium?"
She is the best person in the entire world. Seriously.
She's so
Those random
funny.
moms are always the best.
Oh my goodness.
They're so, she probably knows he's a vampire. She's like, well, just let him be a vampire.
Just leave him alone.
Just let me sleep for 5 more minutes.
Then as his mom is left back in his room, Charley's phone rings and it's Jerry. And he's like, "I know you're there. I can see you." And I love this shot because we get this zoom in from Charley's window to Jerry's window. And it's like a very quick zoom in. And like, oh my gosh, I want to know, it's crazy.
There's obviously this, but so many instances in this movie, there's that window to eyeball shots. A lot in this movie. It's very impressive. And you can see that they were impressed by probably Hitchcock.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
totally. Jerry then tells him that he ruined his car, but it's nothing compared to what he's going to do to him the following night.
This was, okay, I laughed out fucking loud. He's just on the phone with this teenage kid being like, "Hey, I don't want to kill you. I don't want to hurt you. You just need back. I wrecked your car. Like, I'm just here. I wrecked your car. I wrecked your car, Charley." And I was like, what a wild move. Why?
He's so calm about it.
He doesn't expand on why or like how. He's just like, "I wrecked your car. Bye."
And he's like, "I'm going to do this to you the following night."
I just
so chill.
Love it, yeah.
Then watching his TV, Charley gets mesmerized by Peter Vincent killing a vampire. And this kind of like inspires him to try to reach out to Vincent now in this next scene to try to get some help. Before we move on though, I want to know, especially with Charley's mom coming in and then him kind of just acting like everything was normal. Like, do you think like you would have kept pretending everything was normal if you were in Charley's shoes, or would you try to tell your mom again, like, "Please believe me, he just like visited me"?
I'm so glad you asked. I actually earlier today came up with the opinion that the more popular trope and on the more frequently than not side of the spectrum, in this universe, in this Lost Boys era, and this Fright Night era, and these 80s horror movies, the parents are like the Peanuts parents. They're there, but they're just wah 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 wah. The children the children don't really acknowledge them because they're not helpful.
Like, you would have just kept basically being like everything's normal.
If I'm in this, yes, so that's what I'm saying.
Because like you're not going to get valuable help from your mom anyway.
Okay. If I'm in this universe, I'm moving on. I'm finding a solution myself. I'm calling my friends.
Yeah.
I'm making my hot girlfriend drive me somewhere so I can stab something. I'm using my resources that way. In this universe, my mom would like either be the vampire queen or protect all of us, whichever one she wants.
Yeah.
But what would you do?
I think I would act like everything is normal, kind of to your point, aside from my small circle who I've already told, right? Like I wouldn't go telling many more people that Jerry is a vampire because I think that would have a negative effect and somehow bite me in the neck.
Let's play this game with me. Let's say vampire, you, Emma, you right now in this life, right now sitting at this table, you think vampires are real. Who would you tell? Let's say you saw, let's dead ass, you saw an alien. Who would you tell? Like dead ass, not jokey at all. Dead ass.
You and the producer and my parents.
People used to, when you're very ill, like you tell them.
Yes.
Go say it again.
When I'm very ill, same people.
Yes. Who were they? My
parents, you and the producer.
Love it. You heard it here. So when we know that vampires are real or aliens,
you'll know who I'm telling.
Yep.
So the next day, Charley, he does in fact go and seek out Peter Vincent at the TV studio that he works at. And we find out that Peter has just been recently let go, within this low budget TV show. He's just kind of holding on to this role as much as he possibly could. And he's finding out that he's being let go. So he's not in a good mood.
This part I really like the character of Peter Vincent because it's so nostalgic to Vincent Price and all those people.
Yeah.
I feel like not that he's a half-baked character, but I feel like they didn't bake him out enough to his full potential.
I agree. And
they should have made it more campy too. Let's lean in.
And so initially Peter assumes
that's what we were missing. He could have been our MacGruber, the silly Peter
he could have really leaned in to your
really
point.
Make it more memorable.
Yeah. So initially Peter assumes that Charley is just joking after telling him about Jerry, and Peter actually drives off just trying to get away from Charley. He's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I ain't gonna help you. Basically, good luck, kid.
I just think it's amazing.
Then back at Charley's house, Amy and Evil, they show up and they see Charley's prepping for the night. And he's got his room filled with lit candles. He's got garlic all around and he's literally sharpening a wood stake.
Okay, you focused all on the negative. What I saw.
But I didn't say that was negative.
Okay. The beautiful candles, the artwork on the walls, the dim lighting.
No, that would be me.
This is our layer.
No, I would be doing exactly this.
This is we should turn your office into this.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm so down.
We'll do the flameless candles so we don't.
I was just going to say, let's do the ones that still flicker. They're cute. Yeah. But definitely no
and this
fires.
seems like a lot of fabric, which I'm so down for because that's whimsical, but we definitely need some AC in your office.
Yes. Agreed. So Charley then tells them, he's like, I got to go inside Jerry's house. I need to end him once and for all. I got to stab him in the freaking heart. And as he's telling them this, on the news, another woman has been reported to have been murdered. Amy then suggests getting the help of Peter Vincent, but Charley tells them, dude, I already tried. And he said no. She then says, well, why don't me and Evil, why don't we try to get help from him? Just really try to harp on this whole situation because we do not want you to go into Jerry's house and do this whole thing alone.
They're just helping him out.
Yeah. And Amy and Evil, they show up at Peter's freaking house. How do they know his address?
More often than not, the Charleys of the world are little dipshits that don't really do anything. It's their friends and loved ones that are doing the work for you. And that sometimes the Charleys just need that help. So we get it. But they're doing the work and going to the house. And they go as far as to say we don't really care. Oh, it's the funniest thing. Peter Vincent's like, you know what? This happened for a reason. Hollywood's calling. I have a price that I'm looking for. And Amy's like, well, I have money. And very quickly, he's like, well, how much is that? And she's like, $500. He's like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Very quick. Me too. I get it. I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny too that you mentioned the money thing because at first he totally does think that they're there for just an interview or an autograph. And then, after offering the money, that's when he's like, okay, yeah, I'll do it.
It's a quick, I'm so serious. $500. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
And he kind of sees it a little bit more, it seems, as curing Charley's delusion versus actually helping him kill a vampire. Peter Vincent's like, let me just help convince this kid that he's not actually seeing a vampire.
It's I mean, I'm really gullible, so it's really easy to tell me you could make so much. If people are just willing to do anything, you could pay people $500 to convince me things.
Totally.
Sure. You're my best friend and you tell me vampires are real. Oh my God, vampires are real.
When I think Amy and Evil too, they're just okay.
But if you hired, let's say for the sake of time, If you hired Harry Styles, let's put our horror caps back on. If you hired actual Justin Long to come to, okay, for real, this is what this is to this kid. If you hired actual Justin Long to come to my house and be like, hey, I got to tell you something. Vampires are real. And I know that's funny because I've literally played a character in vampire movies, but I have to tell you something. And I'm telling you this because you are open to it, but vampires are real and I like need your help very seriously. Yeah. And if you somehow made that happen, you'd make a lot of money. Because I'd be like, Justin Long, tattoo my body, sign me up. I will cut my wrist if that means I will draw my blood, sacrifice my body, and I will cure the world for vampires. I'd be like, sure.
Well, and I think that's absolutely the point here.
That's what they're trying to do.
They're like, Charlie, he looks up to Peter Vincent in a way. So it's like if Peter Vincent can tell him like, no, you're not actually dealing with a vampire, then they feel like maybe this whole situation will figure itself out, you know?
I also have to mention that Evil Ed often refers to his quote unquote best friend Charlie as Fruitcake. Not the Fruitcake, but as his name is now Fruitcake.
Fruitcake, yep. Fruitcake, fruit bats. I mean,
oh my God, so fruity up in here.
I love it.
It's so tropical.
Okay, another question for you. If horror movie hosts were real, would you actually trust one to like fight vampires? And what I'm saying here is like we've seen the quote unquote actor ending up in a real situation play out in many comedies over the years. Like let's think about like Tropic Thunder or like Three Amigos, Galaxy Quest. I kind of feel like I would, just for the sake of entertainment.
Galaxy Quest is such a fucking good movie.
It's so good. I think I would like love to see a horror host try to actually fight a vampire.
Okay, but what level do you think that in this universe, do you think what they're experiencing is real? Or you're like, oh, that's really sad and cute. And really, let's send him to the hospital after this, but that's funny.
I mean, I don't know.
That's the question, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, the question's like, if we had this right now.
Mm-hmm. Who would you, that's what I'm saying. Justin Long, where are you at?
Yeah.
Where the fuck you at?
I would trust him.
Show the fuck up,
Yeah,
Justin
I would trust him to do it.
This is a PSA calling for Justin Long.
Okay, so getting back into it, that night, Jerry gets a call from Evil Ed asking Jerry if they can come over the next night to prove to Charlie that Jerry is not a vampire. So it's a little bit of like it's like luring Jerry into a different kind of situation because Jerry has thought, oh, I need to just kill this kid Charlie. But now his friends are involved and they're like, hey, we just need you to like help convince him that you're not a vampire.
Again, just the exchange between kids and Jerry. It's just like Jerry's always on the phone just like, sure, yeah, you want to test, you want me to drink some water? Sure, just after like no darkness, like it has to be dark? Yeah, sure. Like, and he's like, holy water? I don't remember, like, but yeah, it's like, cool, yeah, come over.
Jerry says no to crosses and holy water.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough.
But he was just like, you want to test from a vampire? Crosses and holy water? Just avoid. Okay, cool. Come on over.
Yeah, he just is like, come on over. So then the next...
He's almost a lot like, the video shop owner in Lost Boys. He's just like, Parmesan's gross.
Oh, yeah. That's so true. Just very matter of fact.
Yeah, so they're powerful and our tricks don't actually work on them. Fuck.
The next evening, Peter, Charlie, Amy, and Evil, they plan to go to Jerry's house. And before going in, Charlie is freaking out. He's like, Peter, you got to bring your weapons in with you. Why do you not have them? And he's like, I'm insisting, like, we are going to need them. Jerry then introduces himself to Peter, Amy, and Evil, immediately locking eyes with Amy. And like, all I got to say is sick turtleneck, my guy.
You guys, well, first of all, get in line, sister. Like, nobody's rocked a turtleneck better second to Tim Allen in Christmas with the Cranks. Just
agreed.
Yeah, just no questions there. Yeah. But this scene as a whole is wow. I could write a whole thesis. How he enters the staircase and the lighting, even if you will.
Oh yeah, everyone except Charlie is very charmed.
Yeah,
by
how could you fucking
Jerry.
not? How could you? Honestly, good for Charlie because he's got some blinders on.
Yeah,
his blinders are strong and good for him because this shit would, no questions. I would be his wife. I would walk off a bridge. Sure.
Sorry, Kevin.
Oh yeah, no. The funny thing is,
Kevin would be on board.
Kevin would either he would be first ahead of me and be like, "Come with me, Allie," or he'd be like, "Bitch, he's mine." Yeah. Kevin loves a sexy vampire. Not just to be like, yeah, you want to hang out and we can stay up all night and just do cool shit. Sure, like I'll play video games with you.
I'll do that. Great.
Eat apples? I love apples. fuck?
Turn into fruit bats
Honestly,
together?
Billy is just a housekeeper.
Yeah.
Billy's just watching his house, you know? So like,
very true.
What's wrong with that?
So Peter then gives Jerry the holy water that he brought. And he's like, you know, if you just drink this, I know you said no to holy water earlier, but if you could just drink this, this would really put my mind at ease. And so Jerry does drink it. And then Charley tries to go towards Jerry with a cross and he backs away. And Peter grabs it out of Charley's hand and is just like, dude, you're being ridiculous. Charley, in the moment, he kind of pretends to agree that he's maybe convinced that Jerry is not a vampire. And as the crew gets ready to leave, it's so funny. I love this scene because Peter, he has like a little compact in his pocket and he's like by the door.
Well, as a woman, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you have one?
I mean, he's an
doing
actor.
Coke?
He's an actor.
Oh, yes. Doing
my
Coke.
God.
Yes, you said it. We said it at the same time. Jinx. Sorry, literally no offense at all.
So Peter looks at himself in this compact mirror and Jerry is supposed to be behind him in the reflection because Peter can see Jerry talking with Amy and with Charley and with Ed, but he doesn't see Jerry's reflection. So he gets really freaked out and he has to play it cool because he doesn't want Jerry to kind of realize that he's on to him.
I want to know why, with the level of unfuckery that everybody gives, why are we concealing that we now know suddenly that he's a vampire? Why are we not going, oh, he doesn't have a reflection?
Because he doesn't have the weapons, remember?
Who gives a fuck?
Well, he's going to die.
I wouldn't be able to control my... As a human...
I get that.
That would not... but I do have a compulsion issue where I don't have a filter, kind of.
Yeah.
So I just hit and I just kind of say and I do. And
yeah,
I
you
shout.
would definitely not, but I would be like
you
hitting
cool.
you. I would be hitting you with my elbow in the ribs being like, shut up.
And I'd be grabbing your thigh and your face and saying, look, he's a I'd be showing the entire stadium.
And I'd be like, ha ha ha, what do you mean? No, he's not. Let's go outside.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Then outside, Charley can tell that something's wrong with Peter and he questions that he must have seen something. He then just bounces. Like he speeds off in his car after telling Charley that he saw Jerry had no reflection.
He said, you know what? You're right. Bye. Goodbye.
Back in Jerry's house, Billy tells Jerry that, quote unquote, she looks just like her, talking about Amy. And at the same time, Jerry steps on a piece of mirror that broke from Peter's compact previously, kind of realizing that, oh shit, Peter must now know his secret also. Then later, Amy, Evil, and Charley, they're walking down a street in town, talking about just what happened, kind of like debriefing. And it's super clear that Evil and Amy, they still kind of don't believe Charley fully. Evil then like kind of plays a mean joke where he's like pretending that he got bit after walking down a dark alleyway. And he and Amy laugh at Charley's like clear fear of the situation. Then they leave Evil. Amy and Charley, like they walk off and Evil is still making jokes about a vampire getting him. And he keeps walking down this like dark alleyway, even though Charley was like, dude, don't do that. Like you need to go where places are populated.
It's the friend that's like, no, that won't happen.
Exactly. And unbeknownst to him, Jerry is now stalking Evil as he walks home through this dark alleyway. And Evil sees Jerry walk around a corner after he hears a noise. And he tries to run from him, but of course, Jerry catches up. Jerry then offers him like friendship and acceptance, saying that he'll make sure that he doesn't get bullied and beat up anymore. And feeling rejected and obviously lonely like Evil, he seems to accept his offer.
This would 100% work on me. Like, say less. I'm less desperate than this.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, really. You can.
And Jerry, what does he do? He turns him into a vampire.
And I'm jealous. Where's mine? My clavicle's open.
Jerry, come get her.
Or Evil Ed, like now by proxy.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, either one. Let's do it.
I'm cool with either.
Amy and Charley, they hear him scream as they're walking like in a different part away from Evil. And Amy tells Charley that it's probably Evil just like messing with them again.
It's funny that because his name is like Evil Ed. And he's like, that's not my name. But he dropped the Ed, not the evil part.
I know.
What? Okay. I'm with you, but like, okay.
Yeah. Then Amy and Charley, they run off after running into Jerry multiple times on the street. It seems like they just like kind of can't escape. And they end up sneaking into a club and find a payphone to try to call the police. And oh my gosh, this is like, we're coming up on the scene.
Oh my God. I can't.
We're just so obsessed with the scene. Okay, but before that happens.
Okay. Yeah, I put a visual in our document, you guys. It's a little distracting.
But before anything happens at the club, Evil, he shows up to Peter's apartment and Peter lets him in and he's like thinking that they're going to try and game plan like what to do next with Jerry. Evil Ed then attacks Peter after insulting him, but Peter is able to like defend himself with a cross to Ed's forehead. Ed is like, the master will kill you for this. And Evil Ed then jumps out of the window and away from Peter. And it's like, it's so crazy because he like burns this cross mark into like the forehead of Evil Ed. And then just as quickly as he was there, it's like, bounce, he gone. Then back with Amy and Charlie, back in the club, the cops, of course, like don't believe them, and they decide to try to call Peter again after Amy had admitted to Charlie about paying Peter to be with them earlier at Jerry's house. And oh my gosh, we just get this beautiful moment where like Amy spots Jerry in the club. They like lock eyes and she just becomes in this like trance-like state getting drawn to him.
So visually, it's... To me, when I watched this movie, I was so distracted by the colors and the instant attraction between Jerry and Amy that I didn't even pay attention to like what else was happening.
Yeah. And they just like become drawn to each other. Like she goes onto the dance floor with Jerry as Charlie's like on the phone talking with Peter. And oh my gosh, I love it. It's like very Dirty Dancing vibes, but like kind of weird because she is in high school and you're like a maybe hundreds-year-old vampire.
It's to me, it's so sexy. The scene is so sexy. And then I do remember, do we know that they're supposed to be in high school?
Yes, they go to school.
Factually?
They go to
college?
No. They are like, they have scenes at
like
the high school.
Yeah.
No, they're like definitely in high school.
Then I have a harder time enjoying it, but I still do. Yeah. She's 18.
That's what you're going to tell yourself.
She's 18.
Yeah. A fun fact here too is that Chris Sarandon's approach to his...
No. That was also not an excuse for anything ever. She's 18.
Oh, yeah. No.
Don't come for me.
A fun fact here, too, is that Chris Sarandon's approach to this character within the story was a love triangle rather than simply a horror movie. So he was intentionally playing Jerry as someone who admired Charlie's courage and only wanted to kill him until he was given no choice. So it's like, it's not like he didn't go out of his way to like try to kill Charlie immediately. It's not like they became neighbors and he was all of a sudden just like, I'm going to kill that kid and his mom. You know, it's like, it wasn't until Charlie really, really pushed the envelope of exposing him that he was like, well, kid, now I have to fucking kill you, you know?
No, that's been the whole thing the entire time is he's saying, I don't want to kill you. And he's offering him solutions like, yeah, hey, just keep your mouth shut. Like, I literally won't even hurt you. I'm not going to hurt your mom. I don't even want to look at your mom's boobs. Does he say that? I mean, that's the thing though, you know? But he's doing everything he can to offer a solution for Charlie.
Yeah. I mean, I think Chris Sarandon though, he plays this role like so perfectly because he's just like, he is vibing with Amy. They're on the dance floor. They're freaking getting down and dirty. Isn't she like licking his body?
So I would too. He has the kind of chest where, I don't know how to describe it, but it's a chest that looks matte, but in a good way.
Yes.
Not, you know how Ken dolls have, it's if Ken's chest were matte in a good way.
Okay.
I don't know. So she's licking his body and I would too.
Yeah.
And his clavicles are just, okay. I don't know if I know that word more than people, or maybe because people break their clavicles and it's just top of mind for me, but his clavicles be popping.
Just looking good.
Galore. Sorry. He's got whatever charm he's got floating towards me is towards his clavicles.
Yeah. Charlie, he then sees this all going on and he confronts them on the dance floor as Jerry tries to kiss Amy. Jerry tells Charlie, he's like, you can bring Peter to my house if you want to see Amy ever again. And he tells him, he's like, I don't want to kill you. He's like, I want you to bring Peter to the house, just the two of you. He's basically in this point, like trying to take Amy away. Then two security guards, they interfere with Jerry taking Amy, but Jerry attacks them just like out in the club. I mean, it is dark and a lot of people are dancing and probably not paying attention, but some people do see it. And the crowd then starts like running out of the club and it becomes like a very hectic scene. At first, Amy and Charlie, they're able to be reunited and he's like trying to get Amy out of there, but then they get separated and Jerry finds Amy and takes her again.
I think what's something that's so funny about this movie, and it's not hidden anywhere in any way, shape, or form or addressed, and I love it. I love that kind of, not humor, but storytelling. Just kind of like take it as it Jerry is, nobody is at no point is anybody questioning anything. And it's, well, first of all, why is this young woman licking a much older man in the middle
on the dance floor?
People are dancing around them normally, and then they're having this slower moment where they're licking each other, and they're like, "That's fine, that's cool." And then all of a sudden, nobody's questioning anything. It's just kind of moving, like, yeah. And earlier in the movie, just throughout the whole movie, the entire movie, nobody's questioning anything.
Yeah.
For instance, when he asks Lennox to go into the Billy house or whatever because he thinks there's vampires, and Lennox says, "Sure, vampires, okay." Nobody's questioning anything. Everything's just all normal.
You know, outside of the club, Charlie, he sees Evil in the back of Jerry and Billy's Jeep with Amy. It seems like Amy's kind of like unconscious maybe, or just like she's so in the trance that she's just kind of like outside of herself. Like things have escalated. Now Charlie has lost like his two people basically to Jerry, and he immediately runs to Peter's for help. Peter is like, wait, are you one of them? Like, he's like really fucking freaked out.
I like that. Are you one of them? Are we supposed to be looking for more? Is there assumption that there's hives?
No, I think the question is like, have you been turned?
But see, we don't know the background knowledge of, is there a base knowledge of, are there supposed to be more?
Yeah, but I think Peter's just like, he's probably got like PTSD because Evil was just there and Evil is now a vampire. So Peter's probably like, shit, Charlie, are you a vampire too now? And so Peter tells Charlie that he's leaving, and Peter insists that they call the police. But then Peter finally breaks down, admitting that he's just terrified, and he realizes like no one can do anything but them. And he's kind of just like, shit, like I can't tell the police. I can't go anywhere else. We have to be the ones to stop this. Like we are the only ones with the knowledge, with the tools. We have to basically like reverse everything that has happened. Then back at Jerry's house, Amy wakes up and she's wearing this sexy little dress and she's napping on a fur blanket by the fireplace. It's actually like quite picturesque. She then like sees a painting on the wall and it literally looks exactly like her. And it's very like jarring. She's waking up in this place. She's wearing this sexy little dress. And then she just sees a painting that looks like her. It's like, wait, what's going on?
I've seen this enough in movies where I'm like, okay, so if this is a pattern, then where's a portrait of me hanging in some rich man, like an old rich vampire's lair? Where's that one? How do I stumble into them? Where's Trader Joe's are they hanging out at? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like where is that?
To that effect, embrace it.
Yeah. No. Well, and Jerry.
Honestly, it's great. She does what she is supposed to, you know?
Yeah, Jerry comes in and he's like, it was someone I once knew a long time ago. It's funny because from this point moving forward too, she starts to kind of like more and more just start to like resemble this person, which is one of Jerry's like former loves with every new scene.
No, that's what I'm saying is like, no questioning it. She's just like, I kind of look a little bit, my nipples are a little harder. Like, sure.
My hair's getting longer.
My hair is visually longer, actively.
And you know what happens? He successfully seduces her. And then you know what he does? He turns her into a vampire. He bites the clavicle.
See, no, you're never going to forget.
And he, has successfully turned her into his little vampire lady.
That makes me think, okay, again, because we know so much about vampires, how many other women do you think he's doing? Like, how many side pieces? Should she be jealous?
I guess it all depends on how old he is.
And he just moved how many other hoes in other area codes?
True.
How old he is. Oh, gosh, he should have... Is there a series on this?
We also don't know if that woman that he has the painting of, was she a vampire?
Oh, there's so much room to expand.
Or was she just a human?
Call me up. Who? Tom Holland? Who's this?
Tom Holland.
Call me up, Tom Holland.
We have questions.
I'm pretty sure, they're still making Jack Skellington things.
There you go.
He's still working.
He's
available.
Oh, wait, you mean Chris Sarandon?
Yeah,
sorry.
all of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant the whole cast.
Yeah, everybody.
Actually, not the whole cast, just those two.
Yeah.
We can revisit that.
Yeah. Charlie and Peter, they realize that they have very little time left, and they bring out the big guns, which are Peter's vampire killing tools.
Obsessed.
And they finally bring it all in this like big ass chest, and they bring it to Jerry's house for quote unquote battle. Fun fact here is the Peter Vincent character was the last piece of Tom's script that helped the story just like make sense for him. And this teenage kid now had a quote unquote professional to help fight this vampire neighbor. And Tom said that Charlie was really the driving force of the plot, but Peter Vincent was the heart of the story, which I love.
That's so fun to see so much. You get to see what he was inspired by in this movie.
I know. It's so cute.
A little love letter.
And Charley and Peter then enter Jerry's house. They are armed. They've got their crosses, stakes, holy water. They've got all their stuff. And Jerry, he's waiting for them. He appears at the top of the banister, and I think he says...
sorry. You said top of the banister. I have to hone in on that.
Is it a banister?
No. So the at least twice in this movie, I stopped myself and said, wow, staircases are great for making a statement. Because they do this shot, and Jerry he either enters the shot, he enters from the side and goes to the middle, and he's like, I'm here. Or he's in frame and he turns around. But either way, he's making a statement on a staircase just like Jack Dawson. And I'm like, oh my God.
Dude, I was just about to say this is giving Titanic.
You want to go to a real fucking party? Yeah, I do.
Come on the ship, baby.
I'll come. Yeah, I'll come.
We need a vampire version of the Titanic.
Oh, okay. I'll do it. I'm in.
I'll do it. As he's at the top of this staircase, banister, what have you, he says, welcome to Fright Night, for real.
He actually says that.
Love it.
Verbatim.
Love it. Jerry tells Charley that Amy is upstairs and that, all they have to do to get to her is to just get by him.
He said, hey, I'm open. Come by. I don't know why he has this voice. He doesn't really have a voice in this movie.
He's so nonchalant.
But he's just like, come try.
Try to get me.
I don't know. And I'd say, are you threatening me, or should I try?
Is this a sexy invite?
Yeah, I'm curious now. I mean, we know I'm curious.
Yeah, you're
But now
curious.
I think maybe Charley is like,
oh,
what?
yeah. Peter then puts up a cross to Jerry, and he grabs it and throws it. And he's like, you have to have faith for this to work, Mr. Vincent. So suddenly, Charley then puts a cross up to Jerry, and it causes him to back up in terror. And Billy then comes around the corner and hits Charley off the banister. Peter then escapes Jerry's house, goes into Charley's house looking for Mrs. Brewster, Charley's mom, but finds Evil in her bed pretending to be her asleep.
Okay, talk about a fucking jump scare. He is wearing a Raggedy Ann ass wig, just those red stringy.
I love it.
Oh my God, he's just that got me. And he whips his face and he reveals that he's got a wicked. I mean, it looks great visually, great effects, but oh my God, jump scare.
And Evil then turns into a wolf, an actual wolf, and tries to attack Peter. But as the wolf is coming towards him down one of the halls, he manages to stab the wolf and throw him off the staircase.
So, okay, I'm glad we're talking about this. I still have a observing problem. Did I miss a beat about where the wolf came from?
So my guess was that they can just shapeshift. Just a lot of monsters and stuff can just shapeshift. So my thought process was God. He's not a werewolf, but he can just shapeshift into maybe an animal.
So what I'm hearing is this is Bella's dream.
Yes.
She would have had a solution. And there were characters like that in True Blood that could just omni shift.
I need to rewatch that. I never got past the first episode.
Okay, well then yes, revisit, but past the first 3 seasons, you're good.
I'm
done.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this little evil wolf, he gets tossed over the staircase. And fun fact here is creator Tom Holland said that he didn't have a good excuse for why Evil turns into a wolf rather than a bat. But he said they'd already done the bat effect for Jerry, so why not do something different with Evil just to keep it interesting?
And I love that. Why the fuck not?
Why
is
not?
Right.
Why not? That's the fun part of taking liberties when you have
nobody watching you.
Yeah, the creative liberty is yours.
That's when when nobody's hovering over you to and be studios saying there's too much blood.
Yeah.
When nobody's doing that, you get the movie magic.
You're free.
That's how creativity is born.
Exactly. Then I love this part. This part actually kind of freaked me out in a good way. And also I loved the practical effects of it because Peter then comes downstairs and he sees Evil turning back from a wolf into a man in this crazy monstrous transformation. It's almost like a werewolf transitioning back into a man after they have been shot with a silver bullet.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. There was several layers of transformation, just like you're saying, with all the back and forthness. And if you slow it down, I kind of slowed it down frame by frame, and you can see shots, and it's
so cool.
It's pretty impressive if you have the time to look at it shot by shot and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. In my opinion, this is one of the best practical transformations of its time.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm okay, so having been mind blown by this movie, I'm like, And impressed by not only just the sexy, cool nature, but the effects. The pretty iconic actors and stuff. Why is this not more known?
I know. It's really cool.
I'm glad it's not just me who's naive. It's like the universe that's naive.
No, totally. We're doing our part to educate people.
That's right.
Go watch this if you haven't watched it.
Students of horror podcasts would be proud.
They would be. They would be very proud.
We're curious.
Then back at Jerry's house, Jerry brings Charley into the room that he has Amy in, and he gives him a wooden stake and then locks them both in. Almost kind of like it's like a game. Oh, you wanted to see Amy? Here she is. She's now a vampire and she's probably going to try to attack you, so here's a wooden stake.
Almost like
figure it out.
Almost like a petty girlfriend who's saying, this is what you wanted? Okay.
Exactly.
I gave you every excuse to leave and not kill you, but you made me do this instead.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Peter, he takes the stake out of Evil's chest. He brings it with him back over to Jerry. So he's like, okay, poor Evil. He has now passed. He has died.
So I really didn't sit with that. And I don't accept.
Maybe he can come back at some point. Because, I mean, don't they say if they kill Jerry, doesn't it undo everything? So...
Well, there's the problem, too, is if I have to weigh my relationship between Evil and Jerry, I'd rather lick Jerry. And not even a sexual way, just wow, your body looks like a Matt Ken doll.
Your body is a wonderland.
It really is, technically speaking.
Your body is a vampire land.
Oh,
wait. And I'm here for it.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'll get tickets. Season passes.
So, as Peter now has the stake out of Evil's chest, he brings it with him back over to Jerry's, and Peter finds the room where Charley and Amy are being held. And he actually is very clever in this. He tells Charley to scream for help so that it masks the sound of Peter trying to break into the room, essentially. And I kind of love that, actually, because Peter's just he's quick thinking on his feet.
I like when people use listening as a tool in movies because they're using sound to mask. And I remember a movie we just covered where someone's listening to the sound, the direction of calculating their next steps because they can hear the direction.
Yes.
It's cool. It's
a
nice element.
Very cool. Peter tells Charley, he's like, hey, if we can kill Jerry before dawn, then we should be able to get Amy back to normal. So I guess there's no promises about Evil, but at least they have a chance to save Amy. So
I guess there's no promises about your best friend, but I guess we can try and save your girlfriend.
Yeah. We got to take it one step at a time here.
That's true.
So Billy then comes into the picture and he tries to intimidate Peter and Charley. And Peter shoots him, but Billy doesn't die. He's clearly more than just a human servant. He's got something supernatural going on. And Charley, he then manages to stab him in the chest with a wooden stake, and Billy starts oozing this green liquid and physically melting and then becoming straight disintegrated sand.
Going back to that effect that we spoke about towards the beginning, it's that look. The green ooze exploding from someone's orifice.
It kind of reminds me of Evil Dead.
Evil Dead and...
With the colors, the pus.
Not Reanimator, a little bit Reanimator.
Yeah, I think so.
Melty, pussy.
Green,
very much so Return of the Living Dead. Just that is the era of, and I think it was an accident almost. It was expensive to do blood. So they're like, fuck it, let's lean in.
Let's do something silly.
Perhaps it sparked that movement. And then it was like, oh, this is the look. You have to be cool. We're doing color.
Yeah.
It's not cool to do red blood anymore. This is the 80s. You got to do green blood.
We want you to have green ooze.
And your blood is no longer liquidy. It's now pussy.
I want to be your blood is no longer good here.
Yeah. Your blood is no longer good here, sir.
Jerry then comes back into the picture and he commands Amy to wake up and show him how much she loves him. And he commands her to kill Peter and Charley. So Peter, he goes to investigate Amy's screams that he hears, and he finds Amy has woken up. He locks her back in that room. So there's a lot happening here because Peter doesn't realize Amy has now been commanded to kill him and Charley. Amy also looks like her hair is mega longer. I swear every scene she's her physical transformation happens.
All I'm hearing is, again, I feel like I'm repeating myself because I am, but where are the negatives here? Where's the negative about the we haven't been so far in this vampire movie. He's not killing anybody. He's not causing any havoc. He's just trying to create love and
he has killed a few people.
Well, he just wants to create love and make her hair grow.
So I need to become a vampire is what you're saying in order for my hair to grow.
Yes, or become get possessed by low shoulder. One of those.
Okay.
One of those.
Yeah. Makes sense. Suddenly, Jerry then bursts through the stained glass window and comes face to face with Peter and Charley at the bottom of the stairs. And Jerry becomes increasingly monstrous as like this whole battle continues. Peter then pulls a cross up to Jerry again, and he repeats that, you know, he needs to have faith in order for it to work. But Peter holds strong. Sunlight then kind of subtly begins to start entering the house. So Jerry, he panics, turns into his like bat form, which I also fucking love this. I think he's such a scary, crazy little bat creature. He attacks Peter and then gets exposed to the sunlight while in this whole scuffle. And I think his little bat self, did you just love that? He's like a 3-foot bat. It's kind of crazy.
That's what I'm saying is like they've created this whole unique take and nobody's paying enough attention.
It's so fun.
Like what?
Jerry then retreats down to the basement and Charley and Peter follow. Amy then suddenly comes down looking completely different from her like former self, and she's making Charley feel bad for what transpired. Then she turns around and gives us this iconic wide mouth vampire look that we had talked about a little bit earlier today. I just fucking love this look. It's stuck in my brain. When we do talk about if there's anything memorable from this film, like looks-wise, iconography-wise, it is this wide mouth with the vampire teeth and just the look of attack in her eyes. I just love it so much.
No, she got the look.
Yeah. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Jerry.
And maybe either way, she's fine.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever way you want to go, girl. And while Amy then starts to try to fight Charley, Peter finds Jerry's coffin and stabs him in the heart with a stake. And so Jerry had like fully retreated to the coffin, hence why Peter was like over there trying to make that stab happen. And it doesn't seem to work though. But in the process of all of this happening, Charley does manage to break a few windows in the basement, exposing more sunlight. They kind of work together, him and Peter, to just like keep exposing more and more sunlight throughout like the entire area. And this effectively like kills him.
I'm sorry. I just put this together and stop me if I'm wrong or not triggering the right memories for you. But does this not remind you just a little bit of when Casper's mom comes down with like the stained glass in the sunlight?
Yes.
Okay. So
yeah. That's a pleasant one. This is like,
But can I keep you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I keep you?
Yeah.
And so eventually, Jerry, he's been exposed to so much of the sunlight and everything that he eventually just like explodes into dust. And Amy then returns to normal. And we don't
question anything.
Yeah. We've just gone through this entire ordeal.
God, I love high school.
Okay, so funny question I have for you is like throughout this film, it's obviously assumed that Billy is Jerry's Renfield, which you had referenced earlier, which is like his servant or like a familiar. We find out that he was like inhuman. What do we think Billy actually was?
That's what I'm saying. I have no idea because he's in the sunlight. He doesn't, all he's armed with is his wit. He's not trying to attack anybody.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think he was a vampire, but then it's like he was able to be in sunlight. He was able to.
No, I think I really think that's the Renfield character, and it's not problematic at all because Jerry's not problematic.
Okay.
How's that take?
I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to think of like.
I truly think that's he's cool. He's cool.
I also wonder, like, is Billy back to normal? You know, has he been broken from the spell that
Maybe Billy was a dick and Jerry turned him into a nice person.
I guess we don't know. We need his backstory.
All of theirs.
Yeah, we do. We need all of theirs. Also, how did you feel about Jerry's death? Since this was your first time seeing this, did you think he was dead when Peter staked him in the coffin, or did you have a feeling that it wasn't over yet?
I refuse his death always.
And then what did you think about his actual death, like turning into sand with like the sunlight?
I think that was pretty creative, actually. I thought that was pretty cool. I still think in my mind he's not dead, but so it's like a see you later thing.
Yeah.
What about you?
I also really, I mean, I liked it because I feel like it keeps kind of true to like vampire lore. I was a little confused about how he was able to be staked in the heart and not die, but I'm not going to question that like too hard.
Somewhat similar to zombies, we've found that you just kind of make it up each time.
Yeah, it could be like there's different variations. I also really want you to see the new one now that you have seen this one, or the newer one, the remake, because I really enjoyed this last scene in the remake with Imogen Poots and Anton Yelchin and like all of that, David Tennant. It was really, really good. And I think like the Jerry of it all at the end was really creative too.
Okay. I mean, now I'll remove that block. Like, I've missed it block from my brain and say, oh, remember to put that on your list to watch.
How does Jerry rank in terms of your favorite vampires?
So you have to let me sit with this, let it breathe, let it oxidate, because this is new for me. This is a new relationship. I just learned about him, okay?
Yes.
We just met. What about you? Let me sit with it. I'm hot. I'm bothered.
Gosh, I really, really like Jerry a lot. I still think that weirdly my favorite is the head vampire from The Lost Boys because he's so fucking unassuming. Like
the video store man.
Yes.
I love that.
So I think like that's definitely like still my favorite, but like Jerry's up there, especially after me rewatching this and realizing like, and actually thinking of where he ranks within like my vampire people. We
need to power rank vampires.
I think we do. I think we should do a bonus episode where we like rank them.
But I think there's
blind ranking.
It can be all vampires because we have our hot vampires, we have our unattractive vampires, we have our nice vampires, we have our like biker vampires.
Yeah, it's like where's Nosferatu?
Yeah.
Like where,
what we need to expand our knowledge on vampires.
Definitely.
And then we can rank them all against each other.
Perfect. I love
just like
that.
life,
Well, so we've got one last little scene here before we fully end the film. And so everything, seemingly returns back to normal. And Peter Vincent, he regains his confidence after, seemingly getting his part back on TV. And Charlie and Amy are back making out in Charlie's room. It's just, everything is just back to norm.
Kind of just like nothing happened.
Yeah. But just before the credits roll, we hear Evil Ed's unmistakable laugh echoing just like one final time as we look into the empty window of Jerry's former house. And we hear him say his iconic line, "You're so cool, Brewster." And so it's like, was that just part of the ending to be fun and kitschy? Or is he still alive? Like, who knows?
This is my truth. This is, I know, his knowledge because I don't accept that he's dead. And this is going to be... This is going to be me haunting you for forever. I'm just going to laugh outside both of your windows for forever.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so kind of wrapping things up before we get to our final thoughts. What about Fright Night has made it such a cult classic after all of these years in your eyes? Like, especially now that you have had a fresh look at it, and hadn't seen it kind of before we done this podcast. Like, what are your thoughts?
Similar to my power ranking, I need to breathe on it a little, but... it's instantly iconic, obviously. It's an inappropriate level of absurd. Do you know what I mean? It's not campy enough to be campy, and it's not gory
serious
at all.
Yeah.
It's not enough of anything. Maybe that's why it gets forgotten because it's in the void of vampire niches, if you will. It's not
like the top best of the best, but it's not the worst.
It's me. It's that friend that gets along with everybody in high school and then you forget about her.
No.
Hey everyone, I have a podcast now with my best friend. It's me.
She's like, I'm still here.
I'm still here. Hey, actually some people, Stephanie, what's up?
Yeah, I feel like a film like this can get such a good rap as being a cult classic, A, because the VFX are just so good. Also, just the actors in this. Again, Chris Sarandon, our Pumpkin King.
Wow.
Iconic.
Wow.
And then the storyline, I don't know, I just really enjoyed it because it does have those feelings of Rear Window and like, even now, modern day, like Disturbia. And those are movies I really like and enjoy. I love a movie where like one person's kind of in on it and they're kind of crying wolf, but it's a serious thing and they're trying to get people to believe them. So I don't know. I can understand why this is a cult classic. As much as I also think that a lot of just 80s horror in general, it was just a different time. It's kind of how we talk about the early 2000s or 2000s films having the sepia tone and having that very similar vibe to them. I think we can say that about a lot of 80s horror too. Totally. And I think that's what makes them cult classics and what makes me also just love them.
And that's what kind of goes exactly what you're saying is just because I haven't seen this movie, but because I have that familiarity with the vibe, just like those early aughts movies, I can jump into loving it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
So just the vibe alone makes me feel more comfortable.
You're like the reasons I love Lost Boys, the reasons I love Gremlins,
yes.
like the reasons I love the Stephen King films from the 80s,
yes.
like all of that. They all have this through line that just makes them like iconic.
And what's interesting is it doesn't work for everyone, like at all.
So true. So true. And I don't get that. But so what were your final thoughts?
Slow down, everybody, and watch the film the third time because it might become your new favorite film. And now all I can think about is Chris Sarandon in a clavicle bearing shirt.
You got to watch Child's Play again.
Shit, man. It's so it's an absurd level of kitschy and unserious, and it's just a good comfort watch, and it's a good intro to. It's a good movie. It's a good no criticisms, I guess. I will watch the newer one, the 2011 one.
Yeah. I have a theory that this film happened and that Jerry didn't actually die, but he went on to become the detective in Child's Play.
Oh my gosh. I love that
and
lens.
He's I don't know exactly how yet. I haven't thought it through, but he's in the Chucky universe now.
I'm sure he is somehow.
He lives on.
He must. No, now it's going in my rewatchables. Yeah. For sure. Well, I loved it. What about you?
We all know I loved it. I was really happy when we picked this film just because this is one, to your point, it just flies kind of under the radar a lot of the time. And it really is such a great film. And I loved us like looking at it from more of a analyzing lens and just knowing we were going to be talking about it. I'm like, wait, what are my real thoughts on this film? And so it was kind of fun to like challenge myself to view it in a different way. I also, God, guys, I just fucking love practical effects. All day, every day. I wish I was as cool and as creative as a special effects artist or like a VFX artist because like, dude, those people, they really make movies magic. And I think that they did that very effectively in this film.
Perhaps you and I are just not knowledgeable enough about accolades they get because I feel as a layman that you don't hear enough about the cool shit that effects people do.
Yeah, I want to know more. Like I want to look at like how they created a lot of this stuff.
And we as people who go to several horror cons don't see that stuff even. We see a little bit.
And we don't see like a lot of representation for Fright Night at cons. So I'm actually really excited that we have Midsummer Scream coming up because I almost like want, now that we've done this film, it's going to be fresh in our minds and we'll be able to like really see if we see it at merch booths and if we see it like around at the artists' booths and stuff. So,
and going to Midsummer is almost like a barometer of what we've learned in the year because every year we're like, they don't have that merch yet, they're missing out. Because like the first year of Spooky Chicks, we wouldn't have been like, where's the Black Phillip merch?
Totally.
And now we're like, where's the Fright Night merch?
No, totally. Yeah.
Just opening up our marketing brains.
Well, everyone, that was Fright Night of 1985. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks. If you'd like some bonus content, please come and join our Spooky Chicks social club over on Patreon. Subscribe and rate us 5 stars wherever it is that you listen. But as you all know, the best way to support us is just by sharing our show with another friend who loves horror. And Allison, with that, would you like to close us out, my little sexy vampire girl?
Hell yeah. Clavicles are sexy. Murder on the dance floor is right. And stay spooky fuckers.